Yeah, one thing I wanted to talk about, this nothing to do with just in general. I just been thinking about this for months now. KFC, why don't you open later? It's insane. The business model of that place. It's everyone, and I don't want to... Oh, look, it's not everyone's. I would say it's 80% of people's preferred fast food preference.
Yeah.
I mean, you can sound off below that. I think a lot of people will agree. Out of the big three, and I'm not even including Red Rooster in here anymore. There's Hungry Jack's, which are trailing in bronze.
Yeah.
I think KFC are trailing in popularity from Macca's globally, because KFC in America sucks apparently.
Yeah.
But it's so good here. But Macca's is still reigning gold. Silver is KFC, but bronze is Hungry Jack's. And then the participation medal right at the bottom is like Red Rooster. But I would say like chains like a Porto and Nando's have caught up to Red Rooster, if not overtaken
I would
it.
put a local fish shop ahead of Red Rooster.
Oh, mate, I would put fucking Bob's Cafe like ahead of Red Rooster. I would put almost anything. I would put like, I don't know, not me shitting in a bucket, but like me shitting on like a nice plate and serving it up good.
Yeah.
Probably ahead of Red Rooster.
Yeah.
And will this offend some losers who work at Red Rooster? Yes. Yes, it will. Get a new job. You know what? Probably actually a sweet job because no one would ever go in there.
Yeah.
You'd just be hanging out. But, yeah, so KFC's business model, I just can't figure it out. They have so much money. They're really popular. And always after midnight, I'm like, oh, we should get KFC. I'm like, oh, it's closed. They close at midnight or 11 p.m.
Yeah.
Sometimes 10 p.m. locally.
Yeah.
Even in the city, they barely open till after 2, which is crazy. Look, now maybe I'm wrong here. Maybe I haven't considered, and maybe if someone works at a KFC, you could give people some insight here. But from my understanding, just doing some quick maths on the top of my head, I reckon it would only cost them a couple $100 an hour to stay open. That's paying wages for like the 4 15-year-olds that are working there. I think after midnight, they have to be 18, don't they? So even if they're paying
I'm pretty sure,
people,
after midnight.
Yeah, even if they're paying people $18 to $20 an hour, sure, there's probably like, 4 staff on 5. That's like $100 there an hour. And then there's electricity, you know, I'm assuming there's other costs, rent, whatever. They're paying rent anyway. That's the thing.
Yeah.
So why, surely they're making, like my order alone is like $30. And I know I'm not sure what their profit margins are on their food, but like surely if they started opening till 4 a.m. or at least 2 a.m., start with 2 a.m. KFC, work towards it. How are you not getting that midnight market? Because I'm sick to death of getting Big Macs at 1 a.m. and being disappointed 100% of the time. Because I know going in, I'm like, this is going to suck. And I buy it and I go, oh, it sucks.
Yeah.
And everyone does it. And I reckon it's where Macca's make half their money, is after fucking midnight.
Oh, yeah, if you ever go to a Macca's after midnight.
There's always a queue at the drive-thru. Yeah. But it's like, no matter where you go, but it's like, how... There's only a queue because KFC is not open. KFC, I'm on your team here. We could be running Macca's out of business. I'd be so pro that. Fuck that place. Dude, that place is the worst. It's a breeding ground for fucking kids to just punch on. I'll never forget. I went to the Cavill Avenue Macca's the other day, and every time I go there, I'm reminded of the time that I watched 2 15-year-olds have a full-blown punch on. Like some kid broke another kid's nose because he stole his McWrap. And that is how I know your brand now. Like, whenever someone goes, do you want to get Macca's? I go, I'll fucking fight you for it on Cavill Avenue. Like the scum we are for going to this restaurant. Let's just get it together, KFC. This blows my mind. I don't know if anyone else has ever thought about this, but how the fuck are KFC just shutting at midnight everywhere? What is their CEO doing? There must be some kind of insurance thing that I'm not thinking of like there's a risk to open after midnight, some licensing.
Maybe, yeah.
I don't understand why they don't. To me, it doesn't make sense. They could be raking it in. I would go there once a week after midnight if they did. just because I've said this now and I feel like I need to support them.
Yeah.
You know, that corporation needs more money. So yeah, fix it, KFC. I don't know what you're doing, but surely I can't be the only one that's ever had this thought. Why aren't they open? Dude, if 7-Elevens can afford to be open 24 hours, then you can too. Because sometimes the 7-Elevens without the petrol component are open. And they're just selling pies and muffins for $2.
Yeah.
And they're still turning a profit from like Gatorades after nightclubs.
Yeah.
Mm.
But like people who work in like those overnight jobs at like fast food places, you would like being like the person who has to serve people like that.
Maybe that's it. They just can't find anyone willing to stand at a
it would be the fucking
KFC
worst job.
at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't. That's true. I'm not volunteering to work there. I just wish someone would take one for the team and pay them double. I'm sure you could still afford it. You know what? Even put a 10% surcharge on your food and I'll still come there over Macca's.
Yep.
Literally, I'll cream in the drive-through. That's how happy I'll be. So yeah, fix that, KFC.
Somewhere unseen.